What's up, everybody? We are back with another episode of Great Lakes Hot Takes. Um, Coming off of a bunch of Midwest events, this episode will be pretty packed with. We've been talking about majors the last couple, and we'll still talk about the Ludwig Invitational a little bit, I'm sure. We got to settle our bet later on the stream. Um, but yeah, speaking of the Ludwig Invitational, how was your experience, Lunges?
Good. No, it was good. It was good. I'm pretty tired from moving back, from because it's in Pacific time. I forgot Nevada was in Pacific time, but it
Mm-hmm.
is. And I didn't want to burn a lot of PTO going, so I was getting up at like 5 a.m. to work and then going to bed late because it's still like I'm at a major, and
Yeah, I
yeah,
saw
Holy,
your one
that's
image you
rough.
shared. I saw
it was
the
good.
image you
I'm
shared.
just a little tired,
Saw
but I'm
that
good. It was a good event.
saw that picture you shared where you were like there was like slot machines in the background of you doing your work. It's pretty funny.
I saw
But
the
anyway,
I was
Booker, how are you doing?
I was gonna say I was like he was bringing out Onan to that event. I don't know how high schoolers taking off so many days for a week because what he's just gonna turn around and go to Let's Make Moves Miami.
Bro, he
Like that's
doesn't need that
crazy.
degree, man. He's just gonna live off Smash.
That his high school degree. He doesn't need
Yeah.
it at all. Um, it's good. I ran an event in South Carolina. Shout out to Peach Belt. I was a lot of fun. I solo TO'd way too much, but it was a blast. Um, but I think our caller had a fantastic week too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, this week we are joined by Michigan's own Brandon Gordon. How you doing, Brandon?
I'm pretty good, Mr. Jesuit. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. Having a bit of fun this week. I got to actually go to this. We were at the same tournament, Crossroads, from MSU this weekend. I beat a frequent caller of ours, Lilac, in bracket. That was pretty satisfying.
Ooh, dominance.
Yeah.
That's why you're here.
Before we played, he was like, "Whoever loses this has worse seeding at tournaments." And then I just boom.
And he lost instantly. That's
Definitely
good.
A big deal. Definitely a big deal set
Yeah.
right there. Not gonna lie.
How did you feel about your time at Crossroads, Brandon?
I mean, I'm not gonna. It's I can't complain. Like, losing to Copel because of like inexperience and matchup inexperience. Losing in grands, whatever. I'll take it. He's really good. He beats people like Zanotto. It's fine. I'll take it. Whatever. Everybody else, though, I just felt like I played fine against. I did go into the tournament without sleeping the night prior, so I like stayed up all night and then went to the tournament like 10 hours later. It wasn't. I've done it before. It's not the end of the world, but. And I'm not going to say I really don't think it impacted my play, but I will say after the tournament, I felt like I was going to die. Like I could not. I started driving home because I live like an hour 30 minutes away from MSU.
Mm-hmm.
Within 30 minutes of the drive, I had to pull over and sleep for 2 hours. I actually could not take it.
Wait, did you make it to like a rest stop, or did you just pull over to the side of the road?
Yeah, I went to a rest stop. But
Okay.
like there's like this state of mind you get into where you've been awake too long, or you've been looking at a screen for too long, where like you start to see like ghosts. Like you start to see like just like everything looks wavy, or there's like black figures coming up, and I'm like, yeah, I should probably rest my eyes a little bit.
Not be on the road anymore.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't be on the road. So.
Well, credit to you for still being able to get to second place at a Michigan regional with on zero sleep. That's pretty crazy.
I wouldn't say I'm not going to say I would have got first anyways. I think even if I was well rested, I don't know a lot about the King K. Rool matchup, so I was losing neutral too much to be able to win that tournament over Copel, which is what I'm going to try to change. With practicing against King K. Rool. So no, he definitely played fine, and as far as I know, Copel this season hasn't lost a tournament he's gone to, I believe.
That's true?
He's only been to 3 tournaments, I think, but I don't think he's lost any of them, and I think he hasn't lost that either.
Copel, like, in our region, Booker, Copel lives like 2 hours away from most like bigger events.
Right.
So those 2 other brackets he was in that weren't Crossroads were probably like he played like.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they do have a couple good players up at Northwood now.
They were probably just weeklies. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
he might have beaten like Augie or maybe Frostbite. I don't know, but I know that he said he's
Yeah,
feeling
you
really
know
good
he's on
about
a
how he's
hot
playing
streak
so
right
far.
now.
So,
Yeah.
Pulling up his Smash data. I need to track this.
Gotta make sure that we're not spreading any Copel
Yeah.
propaganda here.
This is what he
Yeah.
told me. So
Air
the
Cave
propaganda's
won,
from his
yeah.
mouth himself.
Tri-City Tryhard won that. Crossroads won that, and then 65th at Big House, and then he won Tryhard beforehand. Yeah, you got a lot of first on here. What do you got? You guys got a K-roll problem? What's going on up there?
Listen,
It's just we have the second best K rule in the world in our state, and he lives so far away that he barely ever comes out. So like we get to play him occasionally, and to be honest, I could probably go online. I'm in Ryuga Court. I could maybe hit up some King K rule player that's like half as good as him, but the XP for K rule is kind of few and far in between.
yeah, and then when Copel's at tournaments, he like the only like friendlies he's playing are like random money matches. Like he's never playing like actual friendlies with anybody.
He has a funny philosophy about that. He says like when he usually money matches when he's already out of the tournament, but he'll go up to people, ask for the money match without telling them who he is, and he does it with the goal of them being surprised and losing, so he gets the money.
You need to pick up like a secondary that's going to be like a top tier.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Once you start beating him, you've unlocked the final form of Copel.
yeah, for
That's
sure.
funny.
All right, for anybody that is new to the show or doesn't know, we do let people call in in the Discord. If you've got a hot take, just click the Discord link there in the takes channel, type out your take. If we think it's worth talking about, we'll bring you on the show to chat about it. So yeah.
Unless you're from Iowa, we don't actually accept people from Iowa.
Did we wall out somebody from Iowa before, or did you just
No,
say
I'm just
that?
making sure it's known, yeah.
Okay.
We got lunges, by the way, with the camera. We did not point to it yet, but we can see his beautiful face. Look at him. Look at him.
He's even got pretty cool lighting. I think
I
you're
know.
muted, Lunches. We're not hearing.
Is
you.
he? Oh, he's not. Oh, he is. He muted his microphone. I can see it red on his thing. Yeah, it's red. There we
How
go.
long have I been muted?
You've been muted for a while.
I thought you guys just hated me.
Oh my gosh! No, I did not know you were talking.
Like no one's responding to anything I'm saying. What did I do?
We were having a good natural conversation. I thought you were just listening intently.
Yeah, he just didn't want to talk at all. He's very shy. Grayson's known for
okay.
being shy.
Ay.
What are you saying? Tell us. Enlighten us.
What? I don't even know now. I'm flustered. Okay. Cages, how did you? What was your lead into this segue or whatever?
Oh,
What did you?
Well, I guess we would start the interview part with Brandon, but
Oh, sounds good. Okay. Yeah. Brandon Gordon,
It's all you.
if that's your actual name.
That's name. Speculation.
Is it an alias?
No, it's definitely my real name. But like, one thing that's kind of funny, that's kind of spreading it around. So, me and Lavish are pretty good friends. But every time, like, I'll just post something, or like recently, I'll post something on my Twitter, and he'll reply, and he'll be like, "Sure, whatever you say, Brandon Gordon, if that's even your real name." And now it's just like going around, I guess.
Well, it's kind of funny too. I mean, a lot of people, they knew you by some of your old tags, like Title or Kepler.
Oh, not the Title.
But I remember Title. But it's kind of funny. You kind of had this Riptide run that kind of put you on stream in front of like non-Michigan crowds and such. Because everyone in Michigan's pretty familiar with you by now. But for non-Michigan crowds, it was pretty funny seeing their people's reaction to just some dude on the stage named Brandon Gordon.
Yeah,
who
doesn't look like a Smash player.
Yeah, they were all like, "Who's this Rip dude? What's going on here? Why is it good?"
Appreciate it, but
it's Michigan's own Send, right?
Yeah,
Send
no
is
kidding.
huge, bro. That guy's just gigantic.
He's giant.
So okay, you've been in the scene for a while now, but you didn't play Smash 4, right?
No. So I played, as casual as people want to say, like when they were kids. You played Brawl, and I had a 3DS I played with a little bit, and I used to play Peach back then. And I played and into Ultimate. Like I bought Ultimate because I really like the way the game looks compared to Smash 4. You know, like I used to watch Smash 4 too, and I'm like, this game is kind of slow. I don't know if I like it. And then Ultimate came out, and I'm like, I got to try this. And what transitioned me into Snake was I played Elite Smash a lot, and one day I just met this Snake player on Elite Smash who it felt like I literally couldn't do anything. And I thought to myself, I can emulate this and make everybody hate me. And that's what I turned into.
I don't think everybody hates you. Maybe
that's what you think.
I guess it is what I think. I live in the West Side, so I don't need to see it, twice a week or something.
I actually have a very funny story about this because Brandon like showed up and just was like kind of like whooping people immediately at locals in like 2019. So it was like he didn't really have like social connections yet, but he was also like nasty at the game. And like nobody, it would be so weird just seeing him like in the corner on a Switch by himself, like practicing tech and like nobody talking to him. And then he'd be like in grand finals later that day. And it's like, what's going on?
Definitely bought like my Panda Global adapter at the first big house. And then when I went to locals, like in between sets, I'd just like sit next to it and be in training mode practicing movement. That's pretty much all I would do.
At Frostbite 2020, one of the funniest moments, I'm walking around this giant crowd of people. There's a million people. Everybody's fighting to get on setups to play friendlies. And in the middle of it all, there's Brandon practicing B-reverse grenade pools on a setup by himself. So... I mean, now he's ingratiated into the scene. Everybody knows Brandon. Everybody loves him. But yeah. Most people love him.
So I definitely want to bring this up at least once. But just because I always thought this was dumb. Why not Kepler, man? What can we?
Here, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I think Kepler is an awesome tag, and honestly, most people like think it's good too. The problem is, there's another Kepler.
Yeah, and you're fucking better than him.
Here's the thing, like I don't want like even if I'm better than him, I don't want there to be like oh bro, but like maybe they think that I did something he did, or they think that he did something I did. I don't know. Like I just didn't like the idea of like sharing a tag with somebody, so I'm like, oh, what's the best way I can make sure this never happens? Is just make my straight up name, and then there's that like Cages was saying earlier, the factor of like. I get on stream at a major in like top 32, and then they're like, "Oh, this guy must have just like walked in from the lobby and thought, here's some Smash Brothers going on, maybe," and then he just makes top 32. There's something funny about that.
Okay, I respect that. That is pretty funny. That is pretty funny. But it's also funny because Kepler's from Switzerland. The other one, he did 4,000 miles away.
Man. I wouldn't give my name up, but that's just me. I don't know. I wouldn't let someone take my name like that.
Whatever.
I think he had it first, and then I think he had it first. Then I like took it, and then I got popular, and then I find out he's had it for longer, and I'm like, I can't do this to this guy.
It's like the username was taken. Yeah. Okay, well, and then you had the title days too. Why aren't you going by title?
That was like me transitioning and struggling to find like a different tag, like me going off of Kepler, thinking to myself, oh, I gotta think of something else that sounds cool that I like, while being what somebody else isn't, or like somebody else whose tag isn't that. And eventually, I'm just like, this tag is kind of whatever. Most people think it's whatever. I'm just gonna like go straight up Brandon Gordon, because I don't think there's not like any like tags that are just somebody's full name, or there's might be like a few, but. I don't know. I just think it just sounds like it's like I'm just going in with my government name. Everyone's got these crazy tags, and I'm just going in with my government name and just showing people what's up.
I do really like it. It fits the vibe of employed guy.
Yeah,
I like that a lot. I appreciate it.
It's like a LinkedIn profile picture.
It's iconic now. Like you can't change it anymore.
Yeah. Please keep it. Please don't change it again, because now it's just a good tag, and I completely agree with what they're saying, because it is kind of strange, because in some esports they do go like people go by their full name, and then in others they just I never understood why people need to go by these like gamer tags, like it isn't like 2011. We're not like in an MW2 lobby.
Grayson,
Yeah,
some
yeah.
people are named Bob. I don't know.
Does
Yeah,
Bob
I
have a
actually-
last name?
Like
I
I don't know if it's just
Bob
because like
Smith.
I'm like a part of that older generation of gamers, but like I prefer not to be called by my name. If people call
Yeah.
me Kevin, it's weird. I feel weird.
I'll call you
Like-
Killer Jesuit.
I'm fine with like almost any nickname, but like the only
Huh.
people that call me Kevin are my employers and like my parents, like people
Yeah.
that yell at me. I don't want anybody calling me Kevin that's supposed to be like in a friendly relationship.
I
with
also
me.
come from like because before I played Smash, I was really big into Yu-Gi-Oh, so I kind of come from like
Mm.
that scene in card games where everybody just goes off like their full name. You know, if you see somebody
Yeah.
at like a big event like a YCS or something, and you look at the top 8, it's just like everybody's name is right there. You know, this player, this player. It's weird how like the card game community is more like name based, but the video game community is more like
Yeah.
gamer based. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, you don't like walk into a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament and be like, "Oh my gosh, it's Pot of Greed 69. He's my favorite, my favorite
Exactly.
player." Yeah, it just
Well, I
doesn't
mean,
work that
like-
way.
I don't know. It's there's this level of anonymity, originally with online tags. I've been hard transitioning my brand from going as like Chase, because I did that with everywhere because no one knew my gamer tag, and so just call me by my first name. So I've like hard been transitioning. But I don't know, man. It's like you got some people. What is it? You got there's like a bunch of FGC players, like top level FGC players that go by like their first and last name. Justin Wong, there you go. Yeah, like Justin Wong and stuff.
Yeah.
But for every Justin Wong, there's like a Sonic Fox. I don't know. I think like some people have like iconic names can really pull it off. Brandon Gorgon, all right, we'll give it to you. I think they can pull it off. Pretty iconic at this point.
It also rhymes. Which is
It
kinda
does.
funny.
It
Yeah.
does. So
go ahead.
I'm kind of curious about. I know that you've been competing for a little bit here. I'm actually just scrolling through your Smash data right now. Do you want to talk a bit about like this season specifically of your career? I mean, the past like 4 months or so, and like how that's
Yeah.
been.
So
like,
the
kind of like your
season where I
explosion
got
for me, right?
the season where I got third in Michigan. It's mostly because of my. I mean, obviously Riptide was good, but mostly my performance in region kind of put me there. I'm very good against a lot of the other people who are ranked in Michigan, excluding like maybe 1 or 2 of them. But yeah, that's kind of what put me there. I will say, like, I think me playing over time and learning more matchups has made things easier for me. I am happy to say that I can now, as of last season, be the best Snake in Michigan.
I mean, how
Yeah,
he's have a name that a lot of newer people in the scene would have no idea about, but he's one of these like more legendary people in the scene that's kind of faded away and moved
Yeah.
on to other things in life, it seems. But
like a
Kesa-
Ryuga, basically.
yeah, basically. I mean, yeah, K7 was like really good too, but I do agree that those were weaker seasons than what we currently have in Michigan. I think the
Yeah.
state is probably at no, I think this is pretty fair to say. The strongest the state's ever been in Ultimate's lifespan. I don't know about Smash 4, but yeah.
Hmm.
So, and it's like you said, you don't travel that much either. So,
No.
I definitely
Which
think
makes
Yeah.
me think. Well, also because I will say part of it is we're obviously carried by Onan on the top end, but so he kind of like helps weigh that factor of the fact that we've had the biggest season. But I do think with my play style, I probably could do out of anybody else on the PR, maybe even comparable to Zenodo. If I were to go to majors and play more people who don't have experience against like my style of Snake or just my style of gameplay, I think I could do well.
I think so too.
Even
Yeah,
though
the
I'm good in
confidence.
state, I think I could do actually better out of state than I would in state. I'm very much the kind of person where if somebody is not prepared to play against me or doesn't know like what I'm capable of when they start playing me, I'm gonna win game 1. Like I'm very much gonna win game 1. So
Okay.
I feel like I'd be more confident if I went out of state. Yeah.
I mean, I take a
I-
look at like your previous stuff, right? The one pen that you really went out of state was Riptide and like taking down powerhouses like Andrew T. Comet, like right off the rip, like I think that really just goes to show we got to get him out more. Grayson, when are you funding him?
What?
Yeah, I am unsponsored, but I could
Yeah,
definitely fund myself. But
I think that's kind of the other thing too is that like I think getting used to traveling, like because there's a lot of players that are high up in their state, but they kind of get dwarfed in terms of out of state results and out of region
Yeah.
results and out of region major results when they're competing against people that they might have a head-to-head advantage on, but they're more traveled, so they know how to play against more broad play styles.
Mhm.
Um, and I think those people, it's just kind of an experience thing. So, I mean, you're obviously a good player, so I
Yeah,
think,
and getting out of state adds more experience over time to that. That's part of the reason
oh
I
yeah,
think Onan like jumped so crazy. So he may have buffed himself up by playing Steve, but just the experience of going and playing all these top players now and learning what they do and in every single region, and it's like he's surrounded himself with that. So therefore, the experience is making him even better or amplifying his results even further.
yeah, yep. And Smash ultimately is a game about decision making. And if you're going to if you only go to locals and you only play the same, maybe 4 bracket threats every week, then it's like you're learning how to solve problems, but in a pretty narrow scope, right? Because you're playing against people that that you play against often. It's a very different experience than someone that if you go to a major for the first time and you've been playing rock paper scissors, but all of a sudden they're pulling out like something new. I don't know. Maybe it's a terrible
A
analogy, but
gun. They're pulling out a gun.
yeah, they're pulling out a gun. You're like, wait, shit.
Pulling out
But
grenades.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, actually. Yeah. Well, I guess on that note, are you looking at traveling anytime for the rest of the year, or are you
Yeah,
staying?
I keep telling myself I just haven't like planned around it yet, but I keep telling myself I have the capability to travel, to afford everything that comes with it, and I also work from home, so I really
Yeah.
do think I could. I just don't know what's maybe the best thing for me to do next right now. So.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, with Big House over, do we have any big Great Lakes events? I'm trying to think for the rest of the year. We have Show Your Moves, right? Is
That's
Show
that
me your
every
this?
2
moves.
weeks.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the one of the, if not the biggest. I think the other thing on our like list would be well, there's going to be one in Chicago. I literally just had the graphic in front of me. Where did it go? Can't believe
You're
I've
talking
lost the
about the one on
graphic.
Thanksgiving weekend?
Yeah, that might be big. I mean, it always, I think UGS is pretty good for putting big ones out there, but nothing on the caliber of Riptide and Big House for sure.
That's all right. I'd be fine with attending like even a regional in a different region, a monthly in a different region. Just like put my name more out there in different areas,
I
and
want to see
like I
you in
said,
Chicago,
yeah,
honestly.
I would love to go to Chicago. I do think I've been practicing against a lot of people in Chicago. I do think there's some people I'd be afraid to fight, like Atada, but there's some people that I really am excited to fight that would want to fight, like Yumu or Sam, and then like Raven King, Ice Knight again. There's a lot of people that I really want to play again and go to the regions, and just like even if I get like whooped by somebody, I just want to feel it, and I want to feel what those regions are like, especially since like you were saying before the call, Ignition and Chicago being the largest region, it'd probably be smart to get out there a couple times. So
100%. I guess talking about your play and like going back to that, like any big bracket demons, any big like rivals you want to discuss? What's been like the biggest thorn in your side right now? I know we talked about
I
Copel a
think
bit, but
I like to think my current rival is Anthony, or Anthony isn't cool. I know he but not in a head to head manner. He
mhm.
doesn't beat me in the head to head, but just the way he performs. Like I'm jealous of the way that he plays against top players. Like when he plays people like Toast and Doorstop, I think Anthony is like so good. And if he were to play other top players, I know that he's incredibly good. I think my weakness is that, um, like I get incredibly nervous against people like that, and I kind of underperform a lot of the time. So I see that in him, and I think to myself, like I wish I could, you know, amplify my own gameplay by not being nervous and that kind of stuff. But yeah, so I really do think Anthony is like my rival. But when it comes to like demons, uh, in Michigan, I would when I consider a demon, it's like somebody who I've studied, I've learned the matchup, but they still whoop me. Definitely low one, big time. Definitely low one.
He's good at the game, I've heard.
Yeah,
He's-
he's
it's not
most of
just that he's
Michigan's.
it's not just that he's good at the game. He's actually like the best player in the world against Snake. it's just I've learned like I've never lost to another Wario in bracket. I'm pretty sure you can go as far back to 2019. Any Wario I've ever played, I've never lost. Like I might not have even lost like no, I have lost a game, but I've never lost a set to a Wario before, except for low one. And that guy has beaten me 30 times, and I've only beaten him twice.
I'm looking at this. At least
Wait,
on
actually?
yeah, I'm looking at Smash Data. He's 1 in
This is
26 recorded
Yeah,
by Smash
we
Data.
played on Challenge in 2019 a lot, and I did beat him one time in a best of 3. But yeah, our set overall is like 2 and 35 or something, like in
Damn,
total.
That is
Man,
rough.
that
That's
is
like
rough.
that's as bad as like Odin Boo Bear. That's
Yeah.
what that reminds me of. Cause
He's my big time bracket demon, and you know what's crazy? At least or almost half of those sets are game 5. Almost half of them are game 5, and I always lose game 5.
That's the worst. It's just like such a mental
Ugh.
breaker every time. You're like, I almost got maybe this is the time, and takes the rug out from right under you.
especially you're 45 minutes in the ringer with a game 5
Yeah,
against
low
low one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're probably the reason why he was able to like beat a Apollo Kage the first time they fought, like handily too.
That's
Yeah,
a good point.
it's just he wasn't ready. Paulo Kage is definitely better than I am. He just when he played low one the next time at Riptide, he told himself, "Okay, I just have to never approach, no matter what happens, and I can still win against this guy." I that's the one thing of Paulo Kage. He's more disciplined than me. He has better fundamentals than I do because I tell myself when I go in to play low one, I got to keep camping him, and then it'll just take like couple of interactions and maybe I overextend once and then I just die. So but yeah, you have to be the most disciplined player in the world if you're playing Snake against low one to beat him.
All right. We do actually have a caller I'm gonna bring on the air right now.
Cool. Oh, we got a caller?
All right, Ray, are you here?
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you sound
Woo-woo.
good.
All right, that's good. I'm on my laptop right now because. Yo,
I'm looking
are you
at
getting
this
echo right
tape.
now?
No, you sound good. You sound good.
What is
Alright.
this take?
Hey, let him say it first. Come on.
Speak your truth. Speak your truth.
Dude, all right. Just tying it back to the fact that, like, we were, you guys touched upon it already. There's like very little Michigan that actually like goes out of state. Okay, to preface before I say my take, okay, I think having a PR of 15 or so players is perfectly fine. That's fine. That's completely fine. I think setting
Okay.
goals inside a scene is fine. Like have people do well in a region. My problem with it is that a lot of times people like generally like misinterpret what a power ranking is supposed to be for, which is like generally a ranking of how well a person does well in a specific scene, versus like the by the numbers skill of these players, because those by the numbers of skills of those players generally is like not ever shown unless you go out of region, and when you have to fight people outside of your region is like when those skills actually like are exemplified. So I like, and most of the time when those skills are shown, those skills aren't really exemplified unless you're like a top 5 player on our PR. So my hot take is that like eliminate, like if we were to actually value what a power ranking is truly, which is like a dictation of like how good a player is, the only thing that matters is when people go out of state and have to like show that, and usually that's only shown by the top 5 players of a PR. Which that's like my hot take, I guess.
What
But
about
if your goal of a PR is to just like put something in the community for a goal for someone to reach, then 15 players is fine. But I wish people didn't misinterpret that.
what about like a really deep scene that travels all the time, like New York?
Well, yeah, that's why I said RPR, which is
Oh, I see. I understand.
Michigan
he
doesn't
means
travel that much.
Michigan. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Michigan.
the people who travel in that are the Zenotos, are the Onins. Like Brandon and Anthony don't travel now, but if they did, I'm sure they'll do well. And low one, whenever low one has traveled, he's done well as well. So I do think like there comes a point where like there's a diminishing return on whether or not being on PR actually matters. Because I've heard stories, right? Like this is not like a first-hand account of these things. Zenodo has traveled to SoCal back in Smash for a long time ago. I won't name who drowned in pools, but there was like a top 5 player on our PR that drowned in pools. Someone went up to him and it's like, "Hey, apparently I beat this person and he was like ranked in Michigan." And it's like, "Yeah, he's like number 8 on our PR or whatever." You know? So how much of that like really matters when like very little of Michigan actually travels outside of the scene, and when they do travel outside, they don't generally do well. It's like, you know,
I don't know.
there's like
Are you saying there should be like maybe a separate ranking between in-state and then a ranking for people who travel or like people who do out of state?
I think that people need to redefine what they think of the PR, because I think what we have currently is fine, right? But if people want it to be like a representative of the state's skill, then it shouldn't be what it is, right? It shouldn't be 15 players. But if you want it to be 15 players, that's fine, you know. But because most of Michigan doesn't travel outside of the region, you should define it as this is how well the best players do within our region, you know.
Well, I don't really think we make power rankings for other states. At least, like, not for the main purpose, right? I mean, and I know you kind of touched on that before, but
Yeah.
it's something for the community, and I think if wrapped up in your decision making is that you're going to be valuing majors and regional, like your hierarchy is as a panelist or as a panel, you're going to prioritize majors, then regionals, then locals. And I think you're going to kind of naturally see some of that kind of play out. But I mean,
Actually, I think I disagree with you about like not making power rankings for other states because like how else am I going to see Michigan people if I don't know the top 15 in Michigan? You know,
yeah,
if
but
I don't live there.
that's not really why we make. That's a result of making power rankings. But do many states really sit down and be like, we need to like figure out who's the best in our state, but only so that when we travel, people know how to rank us succinctly. You know what I mean?
I think it's one of its major functions. Yeah, yeah, I do think that to an extent. Like
Oh,
it's
I
so
think
necessary.
that's how it plays out. Like after the fact, it's a byproduct or a result of it, but like it's not. It doesn't guide the philosophy as to why you do it in the first place.
I guess my thing on this is like you would then like lots of places just wouldn't have power rankings, right? Like
Yeah.
maybe Indiana would have Mysterica, and then like what, they just shouldn't rank any of their other players because they're not like national threats.
See, if I was in charge of the world, then like maybe
Really?
that's what I might
But
do.
like it's all kind of arbitrary at what point you stop, or at what point you stop recognizing talent, right? I mean,
Yeah.
if back in 2016 they made the PGR 1000 or something, I mean, it really kind of just depends how far back you want to call an important win, which is going to guide ultimately how big you want of skill-based PR to be, right?
Yeah.
Full disclosure, Ray and Lunges are both on our Michigan PR panel, and
Oh my
also
gosh.
Allegedly.
also,
This is
Allegedly.
totally a great representation of what I do.
I have a third PR panelist we're gonna bring on right now to continue
coming
this
in?
argument.
Oh,
We're bringing
no.
another one in.
We should just bring more people into
Yeah,
this.
we're
I'm
just gonna have a
curious.
20-person call. All right,
All right.
Daybreak, you are on the air. Can
Not gas.
Oh my god, no way.
We're in real time. No, I gotta tell you guys. What Kyle's
okay,
talking
we'll give
about.
you
I gotta
like
tell you
5 more
guys-
minutes on this take before we're gonna cut it
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, because I think Kyle is just tripping about this. I don't think this is that good
Yeah,
at
I
all.
might be, but like I'm
I
being real
think-
here.
None of the
Let's hear it,
panelists
let's hear
agree
it.
on anything.
Yeah, well, no, we don't agree. This is an
It's
inside
good.
look on how the PR gets made between fans. No. I think PR is like I don't think there's an objective definition of what PR should mean between those like 2 or so definitions at all, because I think it's fair to say there's a very large proportion of Smash players that join their local scene, and a big goal of theirs is to get power ranked in their state, and that entire goal is grounded within their local scene. So many players don't even have an intention to be good on on a traveling stage in their career, and I think PR should not be like attached to that like upper end higher goal because it
Yeah,
could just
Yeah.
be according to that local scene.
I got all I gotta say on regards to that is that I
Oh,
actually agree with you. My
Let me
problem
unmute him.
is like not the
There
hot
he is.
take necessarily isn't that it's supposed to be 5 people. My hot take is that like it should like people should like redefine what they
Yeah.
think of the PR.
Well, I think
really.
I think that's more on the people than the people who make PRs. And I personally think, especially, and I think every year that we go more in this direction, that people are looking at PR differently in the way you're saying compared to like 2017 or so. I think people look at PRs now and they take them for what they are. People know it's like, okay, these are the players competing now, competing locally too. I think it's very common that a lot of scenes will have players who are very notable for doing well out of state and they do well at majors, but they're not in the local PR because they don't attend locals, and that matters to be ranked in your state. And people know that. They take it for what it is. Like I bet there's been some Chicago PRs recently where like Atada or Yumu are like number one and not Ned because Ned doesn't go to locals, but people they identify Ned with Chicago representative at top level, and people just take it for what it is. So
Yeah,
I
I
think
think that.
people know more now than they used to.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
this has come up previously. I think a lot with Ohio back when I think Tweak for a time was living in Ohio with Cosmos and was not attending a lot of things. So I think there's like this weird. There's like two camps. There's one camp that thinks that like a PR is exclusively for the inner scene, and there's a camp that thinks that PRs need to be also used for other purposes, which I'm in the boat of that one. Like we need to see Ned at some point, right? And if a
Mhm.
TO comes in, they don't know who Ned is, and he's not ranked in Chicago because he's just not attending locals right now because you don't make enough money playing locals than streaming. Let's be honest. Yeah, I think that they're doing a disservice to the scene as a greater whole, personally. But I don't know. Both sides aren't bad. I'm glad we make PRs if nothing else.
I mean,
Yeah.
the other side of the coin is too, where it's like, are you saying Ned should be, or Ray? Maybe we could bring this full circle. If Ned isn't attending any locals, but he's doing good nationally, should he be number one
I think
on the
like
Chicago
if
PR?
you really want to like slice and dice it, I think honestly, like if I had the chance to rank it, I would probably reward people for attending locals a little bit more. So just say you're part of the scene. But if that's like not the case, where like Ned is doing really well, he's from Chicago, but he doesn't really meet the qualifications for being on like the PR. Like maybe give him like number 0 or something. That's like something that people have done in the past.
All right, I
Um,
don't want this to go on.
We
Yeah,
gotta-
it's been like a
Yeah.
good 15-minute
Wait,
segment.
hold
not
on.
that it's not a good
I didn't get to.
discussion, but
Hey, I didn't get to talk to the boss yet because I want to
Okay.
know what he thinks. I'm not a PR player whatsoever. But Brandon Gordon
let's
over
hear
here,
Brandon's take, and then we're gonna switch.
newly minted third on the PR. Do you
So Kyle,
think that when
you're asking me for what my take is on the whole PR thing?
No, I'm not
Yeah.
asking you this. I'm asking you specifically if you
Yeah.
were to go to a tournament, the entire Michigan PR is there. This is a major, right? Like let's
Mhm.
say it's all the way in SoCal, right? Would you think
Yeah.
that you would do the third best out of everyone there? I'm not saying you would or wouldn't. I'm just asking, do you think you would do the third best out of all the Michigan PR players there?
Let me think. Third or fourth, because I think low one. The only reason low one is not third in the state right now is because he didn't attend enough. So I would think I would do third or fourth best. Yeah, I think based on like I really think like if you look at the top 5 and you look at how if they were all in one tournament, it probably would get roughly like, or you all went to a bunch of tournaments, it would roughly estimate out to like Onan and Best and Zanoto, and then for me, it would be like low one after that because I really do think he is the third best when he's attending, and then me, and then Anthony. I would think that if we just all went to a bunch of tournaments and tried to mean out what the actual placements are, it probably would look for that. Now after that, like, I really think like the next 10, it really could go any way because when you get to that level, like on a PR, like where it's like 5 through 15, most of those people's goals when they attend majors are like upsets. So they're trying to mostly just upset top players. They could care less about their placements. They just are looking for the wins themselves. So I don't know past that, but I think for top 5, it makes sense.
Okay.
think
Well,
that's
just
what-
wanted to hear your opinion on it
There it is.
because
Yeah.
easy for me to talk and
That's how I
echo.
think.
But yeah.
All right. I'm gonna kick everyone else out of the call. Ray, thanks for the take.
Mr.
No, I,
Guys.
I like takes like this.
Yeah, this is
This is
good.
good. This is a good
Daybreak,
take.
thanks
Really
for coming
solid.
in.
We'll miss you, Daybreak. I love you.
Oh, I appreciate it, bro. I miss everyone.
Thanks for having me on.
All
He
right,
didn't
you
say,
guys have
he
a
didn't
good
say he
night.
loves you back, bro.
I actually don't think Daybreak has followed me back on Twitter, so maybe we need to.
Called you back.
Where's the bad take haver? Where's the bad take haver? I'll give it to him. Look at
we,
this.
we don't
Jade.
have a bad take ever rule.
We gotta get on that.
All right.
Yeah.
Who's next? Serpent?
Yeah.
What's his take?
We'll let him explain himself. All right, you're on the call, Serpent. What's up?
Next,
All right, what's up, man? You hear me?
Oh yeah, I hear you.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
what is your take tonight?
Oh, the take. Oh, my take tonight for sure is the Smash scene is soft, man. I can't speak for everywhere because I don't travel, but in Michigan, the Smash scene has gotten significantly soft, charming tissue soft. I mean, wet tissue.
What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is everybody is so scared to do anything or have a free thought that this is all. Since I've been back to tournaments, it's like when I first stepped in, this is all it's been. Nervous faces and good game. Good game. That was
You
it. There was no
you know what
hype.
you're looking for, Eric. You know what you're looking for. You want somebody to talk back to you while you're playing them in the
No,
set. That's what you want.
I actually don't need anyone to talk back. I'm my own audience. I'm good enough. I mean, if someone want to do some trash talk, it's fine. I just think, man,
He wants him to
And
shoot
because-
back, is what.
it's not even on the back. Just even as a spectator, if I'm watching somebody else's match or just like the way everybody's like walking on eggshells now. I have so many DMs. Like I don't even think it's a real hot take. I think it's a public hot take, but everybody thinks it because I have so many DMs from people telling me like, "Oh man, you're so brave for doing this," or "You're like, I could never do that. I'm not trying to get banned." Or I'm just like, dog. Like everybody's walking on eggshells, and that's why some attendance has been low. A lot of older players aren't coming back. Like I have DMs, people telling me stuff of why they ain't coming to tournaments no more, and now like. And I mean healthy trash talk too, but this is why like that passion and grind that people used to see in Smash 4 has been like it's gone, it's evaporated because there's no healthy competition. Like there's no like when I beat people in bracket, right? And I beat them and they lose and they know they should have won. I'm like, you knew you was gonna lose. Why did you sit down? Or they call my set and they're like, E-Serpent, we next. I'm like, hey, don't say that too loud. You know you about to get bodied. And they lose to me. That makes them want to go home, practice, and show me like I'm not weak. So they come back with that passion and actually try. Like,
I agree to an extent. So here's the reason I agree to an extent because I saw an example of that at Riptide. So
Yeah.
when I was at Riptide, one of our homies, Camel, was fighting against Amaryllis the Bayonetta, and I will say the whole like.
Oh,
And this
man.
happened a few different sets. So there was loud cheering, right? So there was cheering. There was like the spectators were cheering. There wasn't like active shit talk against the opponent, like saying like, "Oh, you're trash," or "They're trash," and all this other stuff. There was a lot of cheering for like a couple of Michigan sets for people, and some people got upset because of how loud it was, or like how much there was going on. So I think there's like an aspect to it where. I feel like the spectators can't go as crazy as they may want to, or people might not like, might want to be careful because they don't want to be like called out or something like that. So a little bit, but I'm not going to take it to the degree of like saying, like you should just be able to do whatever you want at a Smash tournament. I really don't think so, but I do think like maybe the spectators could be a little louder. Like I love when spectators are loud. Like it's awesome.
I was speaking more so to just overall gamers, like even in bracket, like spectator, like I don't think people should just do whatever they want, but I definitely been like yesterday, like a lot of people came up to me and because I was kind of telling the TO when I was playing in bracket yesterday, like mid set, I'm playing Mr. Untouchable. Game 2, I'm like, can you put in 2-1? Because he about to lose. Just put him in. Like I'm just fucking trying saying stuff like that. Like, and I can see it get to, but that's like healthy trash talk. Is like you think I do it because that's how I grew up playing games. It's always like trash talk while playing. I know it gets in my opponent's head for like people who get flustered. But even if it didn't, like when I play you, Brandon, You know I shit talk like during the whole set.
Nah,
and
it's
you don't care.
fun, bro.
And it makes it fun too. And it's like when I lose, I'm just like, fuck, I did all that shit talking. I'm going straight to losers. But if I actually win, then it's like I've had like a mod of people come to me and it's like, you shit taught me and I went home and practiced because I'm not trying to deal with that again. And a
Yeah.
lot of people like now, like they just come. I see so many people come, lose, and they just walk away. Like, and some of the people, like I've noticed, like with the newer, like some of the kids I've been seeing now, like speaking to them, they was like, yeah, nobody does that. It was fun watching her set and stuff like that. They just saying all this stuff, and I'm like, man, y'all gotta liven up a little bit, loosen up a little bit. And
Nah, I
know
think
why they
I
are the way
think
they
we
are,
could
though.
use more trash talk, man. I do think if we had more trash talk, more rivalries going on, and stuff like that, I think that'd be more hype. I do agree.
See, okay, I think people in concept agree with this take, but then they're still just soft. So like nothing ever happens, right?
There you
So
go.
like
That's honestly. Yeah,
what example of this? It was even I think on this show where like we said something about Ohio or Michigan being better than Ohio, and then all of a sudden like people on Twitter, online and stuff, they're like, why can't we all just like get along? And why does anyone have to be better than anybody else? It's like kind of what I got out of it. I'm like, you guys, why do you guys compete to begin with? Like, I don't understand. Like, isn't this kind of like part of it? So I definitely agree that I think some people are. Yeah, I don't know. People are
They don't want
soft.
the competition. They
Record.
like. I'm telling you, man. So
For the record, Michigan is better than Ohio. I'm not even biased on that one. That's just true.
Big time.
You can clip it. You can clip big time. I mean, I think there's a gap. So we're looking at. I think this conversation comes up a lot. So we look at things that like FGCs as a whole get some flack because there's a lot of trash talking and to an extent it can be really unhealthy because trash talk culture has a problem of differentiating the player from like the individual, right? And so we've seen this problem before where players like I don't know, low tier god comes to mind, but there's a bunch of different players that like they kind of go a little bit too far when it comes to like what really is trash talking, what's just like kind of being a dick. I'm more familiar with like the R6 space, right? And like shooters in general. And shooters, those guys, what I was at the Peach Belt land and I was talking to the people running it, right? And these guys are like they do have conventional athletics, right? They do like soccer and lacrosse and like football and stuff. And there's Valorant teams on stage screaming after every single round. And they're like they're trash talking each other. They're like, yeah, I shoot way better than you. You're garbage. And like across the stage, really back and forth. And the people that are running it, they're just
that
like,
would be hype, bro.
I know it was hype, but it's like a cultural thing. And like the people are running it, they're like, is that okay? Should we like allow them to do that? Because we still want sportsmanship. And I think like the culture has to be at like a similar level. And I when it comes to like the Smash community too, there's this issue where people really put a lot of weight onto like they base their self-worth on like bracket play. So like when you trash talk their play or whatever, they take it personally, right? Like you are dogging on them as like a person. And I've seen this before where people just flat out quit the team because they just can't take criticisms with it. So I don't know. It's like interesting. I think it's a lot of the people that come into the Smash community too, especially the time they come into it, developmental years, really young kids. I mean, like we're getting our butts kicked by like 13, 14-year-olds on a routine basis. Like we all know it. It's like a problem. They pick up Kazi or Steve and we're done for. My fingers can't move that fast. But I think that like the other point that you touched on where a lot of the older people just aren't here for the space anymore. And I don't disagree that this might be a contributing factor. I think that just you have a lot of these old heads, they don't really vibe with the newer people as well, whether it's the trash talking, whether it's just like the culture. And so it's just, we lose that aspect of the community because a lot of these people that want this just like kind of go to other communities or just like drop it entirely. So yeah, we're missing some sauce for sure.
Before I gotta get back to cooking, I'm gonna tell y'all something that y'all probably don't know. Man, I stream from time to time, and just in general, I've gotten compared to low tier god so much. They call me low tier
As
god.
soon as Booker said it, I knew that.
People be calling me low tier god light, and what people don't know is a few years back, right? I forgot which Frostbite it was. I actually had a conversation with low tier god, just a little short conversation. I was trying to get him to come to Frostbite because I wanted to sit down, play this dude, and trash talk because I know he wants to trash talk, and I would love to trash talk him while playing because shit's funny. But he considered it. We talked a little bit, and then it never kind of fell through because, well, the climate was just too like people soft, and hey, I would just already drop it. But I actually was trying to get this dude to come out because I wanted to like trash talk him and actually have fun and bracket, because a lot of people, like you said, from the FGC or from the older scenes, they just grew up trash talking, and you learn to keep it in game, try to keep it off of physicality unless the other person or you guys are cool. I've definitely done it. Everybody who's old in Michigan knows that me and Amiibo King had a rivalry, and we used to go off in bracket and just talking trash.
I've seen some images, man. I've seen some images.
Oh, there's some
Yeah.
videos out there. Don't go look.
I think like and familiarity with people is definitely a big thing. Like lots of the FGC people have known each other for years because they play like older games, and like so trash talking between those guys is like, it's just part of the game. And like I can play with my friends and just be like, hey, like that down smash you did was dog shit or whatever. And
you got
like,
some more
you
fire
know-
than that. Come on, some more heat. Come on.
yeah. But they're not gonna get mad about that. But like if I, tell somebody that they're trash that like doesn't really know me. Well, it's also weird for me as a TO. I probably wouldn't
Yeah.
trash
Oh,
talk
yeah,
anybody
yeah.
anymore anyway.
It's just
Like it's just without that level of familiarity, it can come off more insulting than you would intend it to be.
I try to keep it pretty lighthearted. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just say something. What was it yesterday? Somebody tried to say something. I think it was LA. He was like, "Why are you losing to something like that?" As I'm playing Ridley, I'm like, "Dude, bracket started at 8:30. You was out of bracket at 8:38. You shouldn't even open your mouth to say nothing to me. You just sit back and like just stuff like that. Like it was just funny though, but I don't
That
know.
was
Yeah,
good.
I'm a
I
fan.
can't wait to play Brandon. Hey, come to that next Monday, man. I already mopped Rob up.
I'll show
Who
up.
next, Brandon?
He's throwing down the law here.
Alrighty, Serpent. Thanks for the call. Anything you
Yeah.
want to say on the way out?
Well, I don't know. It's fun to get back into the Smash scene, man. I hope things start to get more better out the hope of management, quote unquote management, gets better and things get good. And, Brandon just be on his tippy toes. He's getting body next Monday. That's all I'm going to say.
All right.
Alrighty,
man.
I
I'm
like
working
it.
out
All
now.
right. Catch y'all later, man.
All right. Have a good night.
Later.
We're kind of hitting that
Okay,
mark here, KJez.
Huh?
We're kind of hitting that hour mark here, KJez.
Yeah. I was just about to. Brandon does need to leave, so we're gonna let him go. But real quick, Brandon, do you have a hot take for the people?
Yes. I got two of them. All right.
Oh,
They're gonna
two
blow
of
your
them.
mind.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
So
man. Okay.
one is a hot take. The other one, I'm just gonna give you my top 10 characters for you to think of for the rest of the hour.
Okay, yeah. You can just dip,
all right.
and we'll discuss it after that.
Yeah. Number one. All right. So my first hot take is the Arcadian, right? The Michigan Arcadian is gonna happen in December. Perry Master win the Arcadian.
Perry Master?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So Perry, he doesn't go to many events. He's definitely definitely never been close to PR because he goes to like 3 events a season at best.
And the one he went to last season, he beat Dilster.
Yeah. So
Kazuya.
he came to Get Cooked 2 and messed Dilster up like winners round 2, just ruined Dilster's whole day. Who's like, I can't remember where Dilster landed on this PR, but Dilster is
11th,
constantly on PR. Like he's a very high
Right.
level player in our region.
Also, Perry Master should have beaten me with Ryu the one time that we played. Very much, I literally cheesed him to win in a last hit game 3.
Yeah.
And he's actually like, I swear people don't think he's consistent. Now that he's playing Kazuya, the second best character in the game, I'll go over my top 10. He's definitely gonna win the Arcadian if it's not for Suspect. Suspect might win too, but my money's on Perry Master.
All right. And so give us your top 10 characters, and then
Did
we'll
you
let
say
you
top
go.
2 in the game?
Yeah, my top 10. All right, so prepare yourself. My top 10 is number 1 is Steve, right? That goes around. Number
Okay.
2 is Kazuya. Okay, cool. Everybody knows that he's like the best character in the game. Number 3 is Rob. Okay. Character just does what Kazuya and Steve does, just not as much.
Mm-hmm.
Then 4 is Min Min. Number 5 is Pac-Man. Number
That's
6
crazy. Hold on. We had a call earlier. Maximus, I think. One of his takes that I didn't bring on was that Pac-Man is top 5.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Pac-Man, top 5, big time.
Okay.
Why?
Number 6, I could say no. I'll tell you after this. Number 6, you're not ready for the next 5. Number 6 is Young Link.
You are high.
Alright.
You are high.
Alright.
Number
Any
7.
character he's ever
Number-
lost to.
Number 7 is Samus.
I agree.
Okay?
Jesus
This one, actually.
Christ.
Very woke
What?
on that.
This is
What?
actually kind of base.
There's no way you believe
Number
with that.
8. Number 8 is Snake. All right, I'll give it up for Snake
That's
a little
fine.
bit.
Okay.
That's
so
Number
fine.
9 is Falco.
Oh,
Okay,
let's
now-
go.
now
you're
Falco.
not crazy.
And
that's
number 10 is Pyramithra. There we go.
All right, get him out.
Oh,
Get him out
of
of here.
course.
Get him out of here. Where's that?
If you want to hear why I think Pac-Man's so good, it's because
Yeah, sure.
all right. Imagine if Snake like had all of his aerials be safe on shield and he could kill at 60 consistently instead of 100. That's what Pac-Man is. And he has better
Consistently.
disadvantage.
Okay, consistent, but are you talking about like Bell F Smash?
No, I don't know if we're talking. I don't know if we're.
Yeah, but Bell F Smash is like a linear option. Like
I don't
I think
think
Brandon's
a
gotta
frame
go.
4 or 5
I think-
out of shield with or like a ranged out of shield move like that is inconsistent. I definitely think Pac-Man is like if you take Snake, improve his disadvantage, his neutral might get a little worse. I think Snake has better neutral than Pac-Man, but also make it so he can box every character and have like a frame 4 kill move like out of shield or just throw it and kill people. Like I definitely think Pac-Man has nothing wrong with him. There's literally nothing wrong or bad about that.
All
I'm
right.
bad at the game, so I'm not going to contest that.
I could go over the crazy ones like Falco, Young Link, but I have my own reasons for them, and that would take too long. But yeah, that's my top 10.
Young Link is top 10 because he has Fire Arrow and Snake doesn't have an answer for that. That's why.
No.
it's
I
top
think
10.
Snake has an answer to it. I'm just saying I don't think anybody else on the cast has an answer to Fire Arrow. So I'll be honest with you.
All right, Brandon.
Just,
all right.
Okay. All
Thank you
right.
for
All
I'll see
coming
you
right.
on.
guys.
Take care, man. Thanks for coming on.
Yep,
Peace
buddy.
out.
I'm going
Huh.
to post that list on Twitter.
What's some?
Yeah.
What's some takes? That's some takes. I'm trying to think that like, I don't know. I think Mario is probably better than Min Min. Truthfully, like I don't know. Maybe I have some takes too. Steve, Kazuya, Rob, Min Min, Pac-Man.
This is a crazy list. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I mean, I'm trying to like think about how he made that, like because when I see Samus in any top 10s, I'm kind of fine with that because, like, if you're making your list based off of like a tournament characters, Samus is definitely a top 10 tournament character, easy. Like that shouldn't even be that tough of like a sell, to be honest. I mean, you have a character that has busted options. Add a shield, like busted defensive options will excel in any tournament environment because you're putting the pressure on your opponent to be the one approaching. You're putting the pressure on your opponent to be the one that has to initiate and engage, and you kind of have to react from there. And
Bro,
it's so consistent in a tournament setting.
I don't disagree, but on this list, you were saying that Samus is better than Joker. Samus
Yes.
is better.
Well,
what?
in tournaments,
No,
okay,
disagree.
this is
Samus
just
is better than Cloud, which I really disagree with.
hold on.
Samus
This
is better than what are the Wolf?
Listen,
Roy?
this is empirical. It's not. I mean, if you're just going by tournament results, you just look at Bernard's
Loop,
Loop.
yeah, I looked at Bernard's Loop the last time. Yeah, there's Sisuke, there's Ice. Like I understand that. I'm just being at like, I don't know, man. There's the ease of use as well, which should be taken into account when it comes to like these characters. And I think that like when you have a billion wolves, right? Like them being their points are going to be probably pushed down a little bit, Whatever. I'm not talking about tier lists. I don't want to talk about tier lists anymore. Yeah, get me out of here, KJs. I'm leaving.
Okay. So should we go over our bet from last week?
You want to do that first? You want to do it at the end?
Yeah, I guess we'll do it
It
at the
could
end.
take
We
a
should do
while.
promos. We should do promos.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
We're at
Listen
I have a
here,
list
20,
here.
20 people in chat. Have we got some tournaments for you?
Bro,
Oh,
you guys
boy,
are going to love
there's a
this.
lot of tournaments this week.
And the VOD.
no.
And the
Oh, no.
VOD.
This isn't. It isn't shaped for the screen. Hold on.
Let them do it. We're going to be,
up to-
don't leave. We're promoing and then we're going to talk about from results from this like last week and stuff.
Yeah,
oh God,
we
it's
all
really not shaped. It's really not
Hold
shaped.
on,
Oh
I'm
my
fixing
God.
I'm fixing it.
It hurts my
Okay,
eyes.
okay.
I'm trying to. Why? Why are you doing it on the screen? You know you can make it so you can edit things on a side screen while you're
No,
doing it.
listen.
Oh my
He
gosh.
sent me some whack giant size, alright? That's
Oh
not my
my
fault. That's not
gosh.
on me. Okay.
Where's Maximus at? I need to
Max
roast
is in the
him.
chat. He's asking for his money back right now after
Oh my
seeing
God.
what happened.
Look at how much
Okay.
content he's getting.
Okay. So Max sent me like a good 2 paragraphs to read here. So it's back for round 4. Crimson Clash 4 welcomes all challengers to Big Rapids, Michigan on Saturday, November the 19th. There will be singles, doubles, and an amateur bracket, and all-day side events, an all-day event inside Ferris State Granger Building. Venue discounts are available to people who bring a full setup and stay till top 8. Last year, $500 prize bonus went to Onan. Will you be the one to take home the gold this time? Pre-register today on StartGG by searching Crimson Clash 4. If this
Crimson
love
event
it.
Clash is like,
reaches
oh,
if this event reaches 50 pre-registration entrants
It's
by
more.
November 15th, the handsome club president Maximus will add $100 of his own money to the pot. Pre-register today.
It's quite an interesting strategy for marketing when you're trying to just tell people to come beat Onan. That's the marketing. Come beat Onan, and everyone's like, I don't want to go at all. Like,
we can't be Odin. That's the problem.
that's
Yeah.
the issue. That's good. Go to
Oh
Crimson
no,
Clash.
Max is typing in my DMs right now. He's
Oh,
Max,
When
no.
you
Max,
gave me
you
an
gotta
ad
make-
read and then you just criticized it, I want. What?
Max, you
no.
gotta make a StartGG link that's easy for people to click on.
Hey,
You
hey,
can't
we're
just tell
here.
people to Google it.
So if you pay us, we'll promo your stuff a bit more. You'll hear a bit more about Crimson Clash. Crimson Clash is gonna
Yeah,
be
Crimson
hype
Clash,
as
we're
heck
gonna be talking about this all week. Or
all
all
week.
month.
All right, you want me to start running through them? Give us a couple more here. We got a few more that like kind of promo.
Oh no, the next one didn't generate. This
That's
is going
okay.
good.
Oh dear God! Why don't you
Oh,
do it? Do you know how to use
hold
OPS?
on,
Do you know how to use it?
Yeah, I do, but hold on.
Disagree. If I
Hold
see
on.
you sizing it on screen, I'll be sizing it on screen.
Hold on. Everyone just hold on.
Wow. I hope.
Okay.
How many of
here's
these do
the
we have
next
to
one.
do?
Here's the next one.
Oh.
It's more than 3. Is it up?
The
Which one is it?
Koopalings of the Cord. What
Yeah,
is? What in
hey.
Iowa is this?
No. It's in GRV, baby. Let's go. Springfield, Illinois. Koopalings of the Corn. My boys over at Lincoln Land Community College, ran by Robbie Rabs. Come roll up. It's gonna be a lot of fun this upcoming weekend, right? So there's actually a bunch of them. So we're gonna rapid fire a few of these from this upcoming weekend. So that's in
Okay,
Springfield, Illinois.
Do we have a
What's next?
StartGG for this one?
I got it. Do you want to post? Where do you want me to post it? You want me to send it to you? I'll post in the
you gotta
chat.
Send them to me in our chat, and I'll
Alright.
copy paste them because I'm the only one that can paste links.
Perfect. Do this one next. Put this one up next. So yeah, go to Springfield, Illinois. If you're in that spot, you're in the Chicagoland area. If you're in Indiana, roll up. It's gonna be solid. It's gonna be a really solid event.
Sorry, you don't get to pick which one's next. The next one's Heartland Arcadian.
Perfect. Heartland. I'll send you the link too. Heartland Arcadian. If you have not signed up for it, by the way, if you're in the Heartland at all, you want to get $200 a prize pool donated by Ensemble probably again, because he did this last time. He like tweeted that there was going to be a bunch of money in the prize pool. He didn't tell anyone else that there was going to be money, and so everybody the winner SF walked out with like $300 from an Arcadian. It was good. This is ran in Des Moines, so this one is actually Iowa. I called it the what did I say? It was a Minecraft font. Show up to this. They're really trying to bring in the Steve mains here. Gonna be killer series though. Always love to get some more Arcadians in here. Since I don't know, someone runs the Midwest Arcadian, but there's other Arcadians. Go to other Arcadians. Heartland Arcadian's gonna be solid. Give me another one. We got the next one.
All right, the next one, The Shining.
Ooh, Fighting Ghosts, The Shining. I'm gonna be at this one. I'll be casting hopefully top 8. I gotta negotiate. Gonna try to go to top 8 on this one, but if this is in Springfield, Missouri, ran by the SGF crew, 7, Goose Fancy, all the guys, and at Drury University, so it's like a collegiate sponsored one. They always have killer streams. Like 7 is probably the GOAT when it comes to streams and graphics in general. So he's really, really, really solid. 96 people already signed up. There's gonna be a huge amount of St. Louis, huge amount of Kansas City. This will probably realistically be the biggest event of this weekend, right? So you should definitely check it out if you're in that like lower Heartland area. If you're PR players, come get some money. I'll be really solid.
Ooh, this one's mine. All right. So if you haven't already heard, the next Michigan Arcadian is going to be happening December 17th. Sign up now. We're gonna have PR exclusive side events. So if you're a PR player, you can still come and have fun. I heard that one of the events we're gonna do is that if you win with a character, you can't use them in bracket anymore. That's for the PR event. And then we've got a crew battle between me and Ori, so that way I can retire this guy for real. So you get to sign up and you get to pick Team KJez or Team Ori. So make sure you sign up and pick Team KJez. Yeah. Paramount.
You're trying to retire Ori? That's something. I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
Can I put money on it?
Oh yeah, I would
Yeah.
definitely appreciate some side bets. Anybody want to
I
side
got
bet against Booker for the
Yeah, I'll
the
do it.
crew battle?
You'll do it. All right. Who do you got?
All
Who do
right,
you
we're
got?
making content out of it. We can make the actual bet later.
We'll do bets later. We'll do bets
yeah.
later. All right. Let's. We got last one. This is the last
Show
one,
me
right?
your moves.
Yes. So, anybody in the Midwest, this is the event to be at. I'm serious. November 5th. I know that there's some other. Oh, there's one more tournament November 5th. They didn't give me a logo, so I'm gonna have to plug them like slightly, really quick. There's a Nebraska event on this date. If you're in the Nebraska area, if you're in South Dakota stuff, go roll up to their monthly. They couldn't pick any other date, and there's very few Nebraska events. Go support them. We love the Nebraska guys. I gotta talk about Show Me Your Moves though, and this is the longest running Smash Brothers tournament of all history. Panda Global doesn't know it, but we do. This is probably one of the most important events that's like happened in the Midwest. If we're talking about like big ones, this is gonna be it. Huge for Melee. They're introducing Rivals of Aether. They got Guilty Gear going. Like if you play Ultimate, you should roll up Snap Freeze and Keef. There's like these really solid TOs in my region. This is actually another GRV event. We run the best events. I don't know what to say.
Okay.
I know. I'll throw hands. But you should come to Show Me Your Moves. They're going to be talent from all over the place. They already have a ton of top players confirmed. If Michigan wants to throw some hands, this is the place to come to. We got tons of Chicago players. There's going to be Wisconsin. There's going to be Indiana. It's going to be great. Come to Show Me Your Moves. We're trying to make this thing a major. We really got to make this thing a major. We need more majors. Let's be honest.
Yeah, for real.
Let's real these.
Okay, that's all of them. That's all.
Yeah, that's it. That's all our promos. We'll have actual content now. Send us more stuff. You guys want to like actually get your events on here? We got you. Like 18 people watch this podcast, so like, you know.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that watch the VODs too.
Yeah.
I see 19, by the way. You know, if I pull up Twitch, maybe that's because I joined the Twitch chat. Maybe that's why it's 19 now. That could be it. Anyways,
Sorry.
Wolfie, I swear to God, I'm gonna throw hands with Wolfie specifically. He sent me some Indiana dates, by the way, so we'll actually have to plug those at some point. I got like a list. Wolfie's the goat.
Okay, so we're just gonna become the Midwest tourney poster. That's what
That's us. That's us.
Tourneys.
Yeah. Who else is going to post the tourneys if not us?
Yeah, we're the guys.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so I guess we'll talk about some actual Midwest results. We haven't done that in a few weeks, I feel like.
Heck yes. Heck
Okay,
yes.
So I think
Great.
you sent me some screenshots.
Grayson's got his write up on the Lugwood Invitational too, so we'll have to give it to him at some point to go over it. I know he wants to talk about the Midwest.
and if I'm thinking about this correctly, I have one guess correctly. I got one guess.
Hey, wait, don't ruin that. Don't ruin that.
I'm going off the top of. I don't know. I don't know for sure.
Grayson has been sweating about our bet this whole time. He was in our DMs like, we gotta change the point system. We have to change the point system because the point system we picked is bad. Okay, guys.
It's so funny. It's really good.
All
right.
I'm just worried about the integrity of the competition. That's all.
All right. Lilac did say we got to talk about PR, so we got a bunch of stuff to talk about. So I think that like, okay, so let's run through some results for this weekend. We'll rapid fire it, and then we'll each pick one, and then we'll talk about some of the Ludwig stuff. We'll bring up at least a couple PRs. We got to do a couple PRs at a time, Lilac, because there's a lot of PRs to work out. We did Indiana last week, so we could bring up another one this week, and then get into the bets. Let me Let me. What other what other PR should we do? Chicago released a new one. We could talk about
Oh,
that
they
one.
did? Oh, Chicago did?
Yeah,
Okay.
Chicago. Everybody's releasing PRs. It's like the season, you know.
Ohio did too, right? I don't think we talked about that.
Ooh, maybe we should do Ohio. That one's like hotly contested. That just came out today. So
That's actually a good point too. Yeah,
we'll put
yeah.
we'll put it on the list. Let's run through. You guys each want to pick like one of the events to run through. I could do Honeypot and ICCS. You want to grab Crossroads, KJs, and Grayson's really knowledgeable about Kentucky, so he could do Bourbon State's results.
Wait, hold
He
on,
really
hold
loves-
on. Well, how about I talk about the event I was at this weekend? Not, I mean, I could pull up Bourbon
Do
State
it.
and ad lib something, but I mean,
No, talk
Hold
to
on.
us. Give us.
no, hold on, give me 1 second. Let me pull up Bourbon State.
Oh no, you don't even know the players.
No, what are you talking about? I know everything about Ohio. I mean Kentucky, of course.
Wait, I opened
Jesus.
up one event.
All right, I'm gonna talk about this while he's looking for things.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So first, the biggest event this past weekend in the Midwest, if you guys did not know, was Honeypot 4. It had I had this up. Singles bracket, 162 entrants for singles, and 34 took it, which was like this is the first big like non-Michigan or non-Minnesota event that like Minnesota PR is really taking. Comet, Epic Gabe, but who else is on here? Scar, Atata, PEZ, Luma, and Neat. By the way, a top 8 where there's like South Dakota players rolling up. Crazy. I think it's South Dakota, North Dakota. It should be South Dakota. There's both Carlos. So this is where my confusion is sometimes because here Awesome and Aaron was there as well. There's a really bunch of solid players, but this was huge event for Heartland. Another fantastic iteration of the series because a great team runs it. I know those guys personally. It's my team. But yeah, Honeypot 4 was really good. What do you got? What was Crossroads though? KJs.
Crossroads, let me. Okay, so I was at Crossroads. This was MSU. We talked about it a little bit at the top. This is the first regional that Copel has won, so that's pretty big for him. Obviously Onan and Zenodo not present, so fraudulent win. But still, he got to take home the big bucks. We saw Brandon. Obviously, he talked about his results there at the top of the show. Dilster and Talon. One thing we didn't ask Brandon about, but I did like watching the sets. Brandon actually picked ZSS, and he beat Talon game 5 using ZSS for dealing with the Game & Watch. So that was pretty interesting. He's grinding up character counter picks too. Raymond Noodles 5th. I brought Raymond Noodles. Had to talk to his dad to get him okayed for the carpool, I'm taking Lunge's thing now that he's moved on to the major status. I'm the new Michigan guy that brings minors around. In DG,
We'll get you a new name. We'll get you a new name for that.
In DG, that's actually So Good Pop. Pretty good result for him. And then Suspect and Druish, 2 of the powerhouses of West that have not made our PR, but are always threats. Pretty good tournament. We were shut down for 2 hours when Star GG died. Like I'm sure all of these tournaments are going over.
Nightmare material, man. Do you want to finish these before we get Grayson the helm?
Yeah. What other tournament
All
are
right,
you gonna
give me. You want to take? I'll do ICCS. You want to do Bourbon then?
Well, he's supposed to do Bourbon, right?
Is he gonna do it?
Well,
Yeah.
I could do it. It's not that hard to know Kentucky.
Okay.
I know
I
it's challenging for you, KJs.
All right, do it. All yours.
Oh, we're gonna.
Like right now? Oh
Okay,
shit.
hold on.
No. We can do ICCS now. That's fine.
Okay, good. Yeah,
That's
go
fine.
ahead and do that.
All right, ICCS. Sam T. Silver, kind of showing dominance in Chicago right now. There's big heavy hitters. The one person I think is just like not been showing up to a lot, and it's just it's so hard to get him as Ned, right? Ned's really rough to get out to events, but Ike and Ice Knight, Arctice being in attendance, and Sam T's still just showing dominance. It's crazy. I don't even know if he dropped a game. I'd have to double check that one. But there is a time and place where Sam T will just be like uncontested number 1 in Chicago, like no one can even touch him. But we know the boy Ice Knight is moving up. Iken getting back into it. He was really, really rusty at I think it was Big House, right? Really rusty
Yeah.
at Big House, but he's kind of get back into his rhythm. Archetypes, of course. Archetypes Hereta. We've seen both of these players in the Chicago PR before. They're not surprising to see them doing pretty well. And it's kind of the bottom three. Quicksilver, that might be a name change actually, because I haven't seen Quicksilver out too much. But Stigma and Icana, we see these guys a lot in like middling around these top eights. Not at really like the bigger top eights, or like at the Ignitions and the Tri-Point level, but seeing them do really well in ICCS, that's pretty solid. So good event over there. I know Trade Wars running that one. Nice to see Chicago putting in some more like monthlies and stuff, because definitely been eating it.
Wolfie says that Quicksilver is from Purdue.
Ah,
Lives in NorCal.
Ooh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Let's
Indiana.
go, Quicksilver. Purdue. Oh, so I did. You know what? I did see a thing where Purdue Carpool came and rolled up to it. So nice to see. Nice to see Purdue's actually getting some good players now. You know, I know they've never had a good player before, but Wolfie's gonna roast me.
All right, and moving on to Bourbon State Gaming. Is Lunges ready to talk about it?
Yeah, since you won't talk about your own region,
Listen.
because you don't know any Kentucky. Tell me who's Kane. I want you to tell me who Kane mains. How about that?
Do they
do it?
mean? Let me guess. Is it Ken?
Oh,
You're
God.
just looking at the picture.
No.
No, this is such
It's
an easy-
Simon. It's a
an easy
Belmont
one.
player.
Oh yeah,
Oh my
it's the only
gosh.
other Belmont player besides
Oh
Augie.
my God.
Man.
Okay,
I
who does
didn't know.
Butter play? You know this one.
Butter plays
You can-
Luigi.
Oh, thank
That's
goodness.
good.
I
Okay.
know that
let's
because I
go.
watched him play against Wolfie.
Okay, how about True Dingus?
True Dingus? I don't know who he is.
That's a.
Okay, that's an Ohio player. Trick question.
He tricked you. That's a Bayo. Bayo
But
from Ohio.
PR'd in Ohio as of now, I believe.
Yeah, he took down Bok Choi and a few other people. He had like a really solid run at Riptide, so well deserved PR, honestly.
Yeah. But I don't know what there is to say about Bourbon other than what's very evidently obvious. Jin is in. We're all aware.
Yeah,
socks
let's
up.
go, Jin.
Chin socks
So-
up.
Psychod also continuing a pretty consistent streak of doing well in the region. I don't know. Is Darkshed? I think Darkshed. What was Darkshed when? Because I think they didn't make the Ohio PR because of eligibility, right? Or like they're just not attending much.
Oh wait, did they not make the Ohio PR?
Yeah, they're not
I
in
don't-
Ohio. PR.
Yeah.
They're not on the Ohio PR. You know what? I have no clue. That's stalker to me.
Yeah. So I
That's
don't know.
crazy.
I look at this like top 8 and I think, yep, nothing too saucy
Expected.
going on here. Yeah,
Expected results.
pretty expected to be
It's
honest.
good to see, it's good to see Ardeo is still doing well. Like, we want to see these Wii Fits doing well. We need to keep everybody else in line.
Oh, okay.
You don't even know he made Wii Fit? Do you even have
No,
you know all the
definitely
Wii Fits
didn't
out
know.
there?
I'm sorry I don't have encyclopedic
This is-
knowledge of everybody's character, alright?
This is us, and we're trying to educate KJS here.
Yeah, that's what we really do the podcast for. I'm the
Alright.
viewer that I intended to watch this. The person that needs to learn about the other regions. It's me.
Yeah, facts. All right, moving on. Because I don't want to talk about.
Grayson, do
Bourbon
you have like
anymore.
a image associated with the thing? You're about to talk
Absolutely
about?
not. I do not.
Okay.
So we're just
I-
gonna freebase
Oh,
it,
hey,
okay?
hey,
So-
hey, Noodle plays Wii Fit. Hunter, come on, put some respect on some Wii Fit trainers' names.
So
Come
we have
on.
like a group chat. We talk about the show and what we're gonna talk about, and I definitely told Cages I was gonna make like an infographic. That would have been a good idea. I think maybe I'll do that in the future. But if we're gonna talk in like pivot to Ludwig's tournament, there's
Yeah.
this is for reference. If you don't know what we're talking about, Ludwig, famous streamer, kind of his roots in the Smash community. He held a $50,000 for both games. It ended up being $50,000 prize pool invitational. For oh gosh, for players, of course. Who else would it be for? But it ended up being like one of the biggest, most stacked invitationals of all time, and at least thinking about like this year, I think it's like the third most stacked tournament in the world this year in terms of
Wow.
what Bernard's Loop Orion Rink ended up calculating it. It's just absolutely massive. Like pretty much everybody in the top 20 was there. And they had a last chance qualifier on Friday. for the people that didn't get auto invited. Michigan's only auto, or I guess I should say, the Midwest had 2 auto invites in Cosmos and Onan. I'll talk about them in a second. But at the last chance qualifier, we actually passed through nobody, which was kind of sad because we were so close.
Yeah, Doorstop had a really good run.
Doorstop had a good run, but the more heartbreaking one was Loaf. Loaf had this.
Yeah.
Loaf
Yup.
had an incredible run. Hungry Box was round 1, which I mean that's a kind of expected win. But had to play Lima round 2, who as of late has been extremely scary good. So Loaf beat Lima, beat Andreek in a game 5, and then
Lima.
unfortunately, is it?
Lima.
It's
I say
Lima.
Lima. I say
Why-
Lima way too
It's
much.
not Lima Bean. It's Lima.
You know, whatever. Okay, Lima. I was gonna defend myself and decided there's no point. Lima. Lima. Yeah, okay. Just trying to condition myself. And then unfortunately, Loaf right into MFA. And then Sens go 9th. Doorstop also did well, outplacing his seed as well. And notably with a win over Jazzo too, which is kind of incredible, honestly, because I think Georgia is the best state in the entire country for Smash. So excellent win.
Really?
And then I mean,
Really?
yeah,
Okay,
we don't need to
alright.
talk about that though.
We'll let it sit. We'll let it sit out there.
Skittles actually is heartbreaking because Skittles lost his round 1 to someone named Dragoneel, which was an upset. But then Skittles went on to beat 4 people, 4 or 5 people, including Louis Money, and wasn't able to qualify. So I don't know. That's just heartbreaking because if you didn't lose for round 1, you probably could have qualified. To be honest.
You got Swissed. You got Swiss bracketed.
Yep.
That poor man.
That's how it goes. Actually, so Risk Taker from Indiana was there too, and I didn't even know that the entire weekend. I just when I was preparing for tonight, I noticed his name in bracket and did a double take. Cause I didn't even see any mention of him or anything. But I mean, they went 0-2, so I guess that could be why. But I mean, 0-2 at a tournament
Right.
like this is kind of I mean, MVD went 0-2, so who cares? But and then Cosmos finished 17th. Got upset. I mean, gosh, this tournament just had so many ridiculous
That's a little
upsets.
rough. That's a little
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah. So and then Onan ended up getting 5th place, and what I would say was a good run because I mean this kid he kind of just is continuing to prove his consistency as far as a top 15 threat in the world. So it's fun to see. But those are, I guess, the Midwest callouts. I mean, notably, Onan increased his lead over Cola this season and actually moved it lifetime positive. So they've played a total of 3 times now, and Onan's won the past 2 times. So good there. And then yeah, that was the Ludwig Invitational for. Yeah, I'd say it was good for the Midwest all around.
All right, and Goblin King in the chat just reminded me that we were also supposed to talk about the glitch voting thing. So I just posted the Twitter link in there. Make sure you rep for Psychod and Raven King, two former guests, big fans of the show, love them. So make sure you at them in the replies.
Heck yeah. Well, I guess you guys want to go through this PR that I posted.
Okay, which one?
Run
The
through it.
Ohio one?
It's probably the most controversial one. There was a lot of Twitter feed about it. Did you see they posted twice?
Yeah. And what's interesting is we had all of the MI PR panel on earlier to talk about they were all having this open air discussion about something, and it wasn't even related to the drama that was with our PR panel. That was interesting. It was a complete diversion. I'm on to you guys.
Only they're doing propaganda. Let me see. I'm trying to see the discourse that got put on. what Fritos? Yeah, Fritos. Fritos is on it, isn't he? I'm trying to see the changes. Maybe they just added HMs. Let me pull them both up. I'm gonna
Well,
have both of these
well,
up for
there's
you
a
to
lot
look
of
at.
inactivity, right? I mean, like Darkshed isn't on here. Toast isn't. Just kidding.
Toast is
Toast is
on
on here. My bad. Is Darkshed really the only missing mainstay?
Well, there's two here. Let me post the second one. So there was the initial one that I just posted. That was the one that they posted first and got flack for. And the second one they
Really?
posted afterward. Yeah. Because like, let me see this. Ohio PR. Oh, this one actually has them back to back. They have them together on this post. Let me pull them up so I can figure out what actually is the difference. There is like, what did they post? I'm looking at like their apology message, and it was like they should have featured. Did you get the tweet? You could probably put the tweet up on stream. It's like they should have featured um, more weight to some of the weeklies and events. And then a bunch of stuff about like it's good to get like criticism and stuff like that. Although there's other discourse about the Ohio Smash TO's Twitter page just blocking people too that they disagreed with. I saw that. That was a little funny.
That's very funny. I
saw
did not
that
hear
too.
about
That was. I laughed about that. Yeah.
So
that was pretty funny.
don't go blocking people on your PR.
your public facing page.
It's such a bad look. I don't care what people are saying. I mean, like it's like really, really bad, sure, but like, come on. It's like
But one thing, Straw Hat Dad was in the chat earlier. Don't know if he's still here. But one thing I did see about this PR is that both Straw Hat Kid and Gary made this PR, mostly off of coming to Michigan events. And then somebody was like, they would go like 0-2 in Dayton. And I just want to say Straw Hat Kid would wipe all of Dayton. I don't know who's there, but it doesn't matter. Straw Hat Kid will blow you up.
Dude, I was talking so much. I talked about it last week or the week before. The Straw Hat Kid was just revving to go, and he got multiple PR wins. Like that kid's crazy good when it comes to Pac-Man. He makes Pac-Man look top 5. So that's you know, maybe that's where Brandon Gordon's scared of him for him. I'm looking at these changes. Doorstop's number
Gary
1.
is nuts too, so.
Psychod was 2, Toast was 3, None was 4 on both of these. I think. Yeah, Fast was 5, Geist 6. I don't even know what the changes were. Is it because they just added HMs? Winter Shorts, True Dingus at 11. Yeah, they just added HMs. That's all they did. They added Squiggles, Toasted, Our Brother, and Numa as like HMs. That's the only change. What does that even matter? I don't know. Maybe someone could explain it in chat that has a bit more knowledge on it. It just seems a little weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see any Ohio people in chat right now, so.
Yeah, we scare them off. What do you think about this, though?
Oh yeah,
you
guys is
guys
gone. Yeah.
You guys are closer to Ohio. There's a lot of killers that were like the old heads that are just not on here at all.
That's what I'm trying to think of. Some of them, like
Let me pull it
Darkshed.
up.
Who else? Who else is
Ohio
there?
Smash Ultimate PR. You can actually look up like state PR or like just like Ohio power rankings, and you'll pull up the Smash Wiki. I'll post in our chat. Smash Wiki page. So like if I pull up the last PR that we had to go off of for Ohio was like pre-quarantine because they didn't post anything right as soon as quarantine or like right as soon as we got out of quarantine a bit. So like, let me see here. Nakat. No wait, that's Wii U. Never mind.
That's
he
old,
used to. That's
yeah.
old.
It's
Okay.
like, I mean, I guess Cosmos is missing, but Cosmos is always missing, you know.
So like 2020, Colonies isn't on here. That's a big one. Toast did make it on here. Midnight's not here. Yeah. I forgot about Midnight. Katakiri.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Who's the other one? Shoot. Abyss. Abyss isn't on here
Yeah,
either.
Abyss is gone. Yeah, Schmail. Schmail's on here. Perp still competes, I think.
Yeah, Perp still competes. That
Yeah.
could just be, you know, like a inconsistent season or something. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
TL Oreo. I know TL Oreo has been taking like a really big step back from competing as well.
Yeah, I haven't heard that name in a while. I guess it's just kind of like it could just be some of what we're seeing in Michigan too, where you just kind of might have a newer generation that's starting to take over.
100%. 100%.
Seeing Geist at 6 though is strange to me. That is. I wonder what's up with that. I mean, I don't follow in region, but if I'm looking at this list of people, like Geist is near the top as far as players I'd be afraid to play from Ohio.
I
But
don't know. I don't like ZSS at all. Doorstop can stay like 65,000 feet away from me at all times when we're at
Yeah,
setups.
that's true.
That's
Yeah.
fair. Interesting. I don't know. I don't want to try to get into wars with like state PR runners. So you guys did a great job. That's all I can say. You guys did a good job. You did more work than we did for setting up an Ohio State PR. So
That's
Okay,
true.
Enough talk about Ohio. We've given them too much time as it is.
You're
We
talking
are
about
going on
Michigan
to
now.
the better state, Michigan. You know,
Who
I
posted
will
that?
say, as the Arcadian runner, I am very glad that Boo Bear made the PR because I didn't want to let him be in the Arcadian.
Where
He-
can you post it? Let me see this list. I know I retweeted at some point.
well, it's on the screen right now.
I can't read. I can look at
yeah.
it. I'm looking at it. Yeah, I see it. I see it. It's fine. Whatever.
And then we got Broly, Lucy, that's one of the twins. Dilster, a mainstay on the PR. Copel at 11. I think he'll definitely be moving up. Based on the first couple weeks of our new PR here. Dice has been having a little bit of a tough time at Crossroads after he lost to Dilster's Incineroar, and he just stands up and he's like, I'm leaving. And he just walked out of the building.
No.
Didn't see him for the rest of the night. That was rough.
Losing to
That's-
Incineroar is a rough
pretty-
one.
No, Dice. I don't know. Like he's so good, but he's always 10th on the PR. He like right in that range.
Bro, it's
He's
because
so
his
good.
character is trash. He plays Falco. Falco sucks, so he just loses matches.
Falco was top 10. What
Yeah,
happened? I
yeah,
thought Falco was
Falco's
top
top-
10.
Falco's top 9 even.
Yeah.
One could
Oh
say.
my gosh. One hat
Yeah.
said here at least once.
Then we got Talon and Crash. Crash was like, he had the hottest early season last season, and then he kind of dropped the ball towards the end, and he only attended like the bare minimum events, so he didn't have anything to like level off his performance. But at the beginning of the season, he was like top 5, and then he went to like 2 weeklies to get the attendance numbers and didn't do that great, and so I think that hurt him.
Well, I think the attendance actually came from out of region events, like the 2 majors he went to, because you can
Yeah.
do 4 in-state, 2 out of state in the Michigan PR. So he went to a couple majors and did well at them too. So
Yeah. And then we
Dang.
have Frostbite from South Carolina. Yes.
He's from Michigan. He's from Michigan. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
From Michigan now.
yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah, so that caller that came in that said that South Carolina would clear Midwest. Well, too bad. We
You
got
got 7.
Frostbite on our team.
We're just if we take enough of your players, you can't even fight us. You got no one left.
Exactly. Low One, and Brandon made a comment about this. Low One is like, in my opinion, still the third strongest in the state, but just like he doesn't go to that many things, and his results are based on like a limited amount of stuff. So he got 6, and I think that's very fair. I think it's good to reward people that do actually come out to events. And so like the next 3 players above him, like, were actually grinding out like every regional and stuff that they could make it to. So I think it is definitely fair that he's in that 6th slot. Then we got Defoe at 5th, Michigan's most annoying PR player. And then Anthony and Brandon 3 and 4. Like Brandon said, Anthony and Brandon, they kind of like, not necessarily like a rivalry between each other, but a rivalry in results. They have like nearly identical results, and then Brandon's just got like the head-to-head 4-1 or something. So I think that kind of split them there. And then of course Zenodo and Onan right at the top. Nobody's surprised about those 2, I'm sure.
No one. I see like the big changes, like Anthony moving up 6 spots from the season 8 PR, Crash moving up 6 spots.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
so
I
that's
said,
good.
Crash was looking top 5 at the beginning of this split too,
Yeah.
of this ranked season.
It's just
if you got-
crazy. Yeah, I put out a document on Twitter, but yeah, I fully think that Michigan's the best state in the Midwest, and it's not even. I just don't even think it's close to anyone else right now. Like
Booker, can you pull up STL's power rankings?
STL is nowhere. Oh, or you're just saying
Gonna-
like pivot
You
from
want
here?
to do you want to keep going to more of them? I
Yeah,
thought
we
did
can
you
do
want
a
to just
couple
keep
more.
you want to just keep do 2 because we got to go through all of our stuff too. I mean, I'll pull up another
Okay,
one.
no,
I got you.
no. I guess
No,
we'll
that's
just do
fine.
these
We can just,
two.
like,
we're gonna
I
go
mean-
over PRs until the next PR drops. We'll do 2
Yeah,
every
we'll keep
episode.
doing it.
Yeah. Okay.
Mom and
now
Dad are
we're
fighting.
stretching the content. I see.
Yes, give us your PR hot takes while we're talking about it too. We can really stretch it. We'll
Okay,
really stretch
okay.
it. Go to war over PRs that aren't ours.
All right, I'm
That's-
gonna turn this off. Then we need I need to leave this on. I need to not search this on stream. Let's see. The bet.
Yeah, pull up the bet. Let's see.
Okay, let me.
There we go.
I gotta reformat this on the
Lilac,
stream.
we followed through on what we said we'd do. Don't roast us. He's all right. We see if Wolfie won. Wolfie's in chat. Wolfie, I hope you lose all your money. I hope I get all your money specifically. If I don't get it, then I hope you don't lose it. That's the
Okay.
old bet.
We have the. This
You
is the
pulled the
Ludwig
bracket.
Invitational. Our guesses.
Yeah.
Some other people come in here and help me fill this out because I'm bad.
I'm coming.
Okay.
Give me a second.
All right, I was the only one to hit the 3-pointer with Leo. Easy.
I should have put it on. I was thinking about it a lot, but I overthought it. You're so right.
That's okay because my second place was Zach Ray, who did not make it out of pools.
Yeah.
So let's see.
I was so right, by the way, because I was the only one that had him drowning. Give me those sweet juicy points. Like to see it.
Yeah,
Wait,
we'll go by position. We'll go by position.
Where did I have Zachary? It doesn't matter. We'll get to it later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's...
Yep.
Who got? Okay, somebody has to have the results up so that way I don't just have to. Keep
I know. I'm
using
trying to. I'm pulling it up. I got the results up. All right. So, where's the placements?
No, hold on.
Aquila got what color are we using? Yellow.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we
Booker
gotta use yellow, orange, green. We got all of them.
Spargo, what position did Spargo?
Fargo got. Hold on. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, nobody had the
easier.
bracket up.
I got the
I
same.
thought
Okay,
you
MK
did.
Leo, MK Leo first, Akola second, Karama third, which none of us had. We didn't have Karama at all.
Yeah,
Which I
nobody
think is
had
like-
Kurama. Well,
So
was Kurama an invite?
I think he got through
No,
LCQ,
it was
didn't
LCQ. Yeah.
Yeah,
it
he
was
got him through
LCQ.
LCQ, which is crazy. Fantastic run by him.
Hold on, Cages. We also have, if you're 2 off the placements, you get 1 point. So I should be
That
getting
is
a point
true.
for Spargo. This is a heads up there.
Lunges,
And
pull up the
Booker-
document and help him. Help him with the document.
Yeah, I
Get on
asked
there.
somebody to help me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where's this
So-
document? Is this document in the room with us right now?
You're my favorite guy.
Jesus Christ.
Well, where
I'm
is
never
it?
doing
though?
bets with him again.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Hold on. I've caught. Okay. So,
Did T come? Was T there?
yep, he was there.
Yes.
He drowned.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
he did.
Gluttony? Was he in there?
Gluten.
How?
Got something. I don't know.
Okay. MK Leo got first. We did that one already, right?
Gotcha.
Akola got second. Did we check all the Akolas? Check the Akolas. He got second. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Wolfie gets 2 points for it because Akola got second. He's only 1 placement off. Make him yellow. And then none of us got Karama. Spargo got 4th. Anybody got Spargo points?
Yeah. I got 2 points at a Spargo.
Cage's got
I
a
had him
point.
at second.
Cage's got 2 points. Let's go. I got 2 points.
Okay.
Who else we thinking? We got Onan at 5th.
Oh, that's it. Boom! Got it. Thank you, random number generator.
There's your points right there. You had both the seeds at 5th, which is funny.
Yeah. Thought it'd be like some kind of cosmic draw, balance in the universe.
Shuton got 5th, and I don't know if any of us got that. I don't think
No,
there's any
I
points
think
for
all of
Shuton.
us had
We had him drowning. Oh no, because he did so good. Oh my
Cola
gosh.
got 7th, so I think Wolfie gets 2 points. Does he get any points for that? 1 point? He got 7th.
Yeah,
He
the
had-
4th is 5th, 7th is 2 places.
Fifth,
off.
7. You're right. You're right. So he gets a point for that. Man, if I would have kept Cola at 9th, man, Sonic's got 7th. You see anything with Sonics? Anybody got Sonics at all? I don't think
I
so.
got him.
He got
got
Did you
him.
get-
7th. Oh,
Yeah.
so wait. Yeah, 9th, 13th. Yeah, okay. So I get a point there.
And then Big D, which none of us had. He was 9th.
Yeah.
Gluteny got 9th. Anybody had Gluteny and people had him
Alright.
7th, it looks like.
Yep, I had him 7th. So I will
So you get a point for
one
that.
off.
This is very complicated. We made this very complicated. That's good.
This is Lunge's fault. Okay, maybe we should do it by player. Okay, so So start at 5th again. Sorry.
And we started 5th. All right,
Yeah.
Onan Shuton got 5th.
Onan and Shuton. So let's just find Shuton and mark them off on everybody's.
I
Yeah.
see. Yeah, just control F it.
So Onan, you got 1 point or 2 points. Dang, Wolfie is going crazy. He's
Wolfie might win this.
yeah, Wolfie is about to.
This
farm up.
is
What a
this is
try
a
hard.
$125 pot, by the way, just so everybody knows. This
Okay,
and it can't-
all of us had Shuton down here somewhere. Shuton, no points.
just do control F. Just do control F for every name. So it'll pull up. It'll be easy. And then what? It was Onan Shuton.
Yep. So
I had him for 9th. Do I get a point? I got a point for Shuton. Let's go, Booker. Let's go, Booker. Lilac and Shaq got my back.
I can't believe you put Siski above Onan. Hold on.
Yeah,
I'm looking at. Never mind. No
Siske-
comment.
Well, I mean, like, be like that. My European gamble did not pay off at all. I thought it
No.
might, but no, nothing. That's the last time I've ever been on Europe. Tony
I'm
D
pretty-
was right all along.
Tony was right. I was about to say that. Yeah.
Oh,
All right,
man.
who's next?
All right, we got for 7th place Cola Sonics. I think like Cola and Sonics.
Okay, Cola.
That's just 7th place. We haven't got through 9th yet. We got through some of 9th.
I marked mine, by the way, for Cola and Sonics.
Okay.
You should help them out by marking mine too.
Okay. How about I take me and Booker and you take Wolfie and you, KJs.
Makes it
Sure.
easy.
Okay.
All right.
Next.
Cola.
All right, next 9th place is Big D Gluteny Zomba Riddles.
All right, so Gluteny. Oh, I got him.
Yeah, I got no points for him.
Who's next?
Zomba Riddles. I think Wolfie gets points for Riddles. He had him at 5th, and he got 9th, so he should get 1. Yeah.
Are we talking about they actually placed 9th place then?
Yeah. Riddles placed 9th. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You get a green.
I get green. I was right on Riddle. Let's go, Booker.
Yeah. So okay, who's after Riddles?
We got 13th place is Light DeBuzz, Osimo, and
Or
Tweet.
I meant in 9th place because I think I only got
Zomba.
Zomba.
Oh, KJ, you got a Zomba point. You got 2 points for Zomba.
2 points. Zomba
Let's
was
go.
ninth. Yeah,
Okay, hold on. So if Zomba drowned, isn't that technically 2 away from 9?
No, you can only get 1 point for
No.
drowning.
Yes, drown. If you were right on drowning, you get a point. That's what we
Because
said before.
there's it counts 3 positions technically.
What place did Zomba get?
9. Or
Ninth,
he got 9th. So if you got 13th, it's fine.
Well, I guess what did you predict him then? Because drowning could be 13th. It could be, or excuse
I
me,
don't get a
sorry, drowning
point.
could be.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't get a point. Yeah. It's just like he didn't drown, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
What we said, okay, so Lilac in chat, we said that initially, and then we changed it to just be a point.
Yeah,
So you break
Lunges
that.
was trying to make it not count.
Okay. So
He's like, we shouldn't count this at all. That's funny. All right, wait, let me go with this. Light got 13th.
yeah, I didn't. I get no points for that. I'll be
Dude,
honest.
I don't think any of us did.
Yeah,
Wolfie get points for that?
We like all had like top 3. It looks like. Okay.
All right. DeBuzz got 13th.
Wolfie is going crazy. How did he have the foresight to do this? I don't
Dude,
think anybody else had the buzz.
Wolfie's built different. I don't know. I had him at 7. Did I get a point for that? I got a point for that. I'm at
yeah.
7. Yeah, give me a point. Yeah. Put it on there.
Okay.
Give me that point. Give me that point. Somebody give me
Boom.
that point. Osimo got 13, so I got 3. I'm racking it in. Wolfie also got 3.
Wait,
Lunges also got
Osimo.
3.
Oh yeah, I forgot Osimo got 13th. That's right.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
we all put him in.
I thought
Nice.
you had Osimo at like 5th.
I
He
initially
did
had him up
originally, but we
higher.
let
him
I
switch
switched
it.
him. Yeah, I switched him because I forgot about him.
We shouldn't
'Cause
let
I
him
think I-
switch it, but we
There
let
you
him
go.
switch it.
All right, so then
There you go.
Cages, do you get a point just for the default
No.
position
No,
saying
no,
he's
no, no,
drowning?
no.
Okay.
No,
okay.
no.
okay.
And then Tweak got 13th.
Oof. Wait, where did I have Tweak? Hold on.
I think I had Tweak drowning.
Oh, I had
so
Tweak getting 3rd. Holy smokes.
I thought I had him drowning.
Yeah,
Wow,
you did.
remember.
Wolfie is for sure winning. He got Tweak right.
There's no way.
This dude,
There's no way.
Wolfie, you're seeing my bracket, bro.
Dude, we gotta
I-
make him.
He can see the future.
All
Okay.
right. So, and that's it. That's all of them. You can read out
Anybody
the
else?
rest of it.
Yeah, anybody else is red?
Dude, I forgot that Ken drowned. That's also unfortunate.
Okay,
Yeah,
maybe we won't go over the
Let's see. Yeah, let's look at drown later because maybe if drown could like significantly change it.
tiebreakers like everybody's saying that's what we agreed to apparently.
Yeah, you know what?
We'll check the VOD on that,
We'll
but
check
it
the
seems
VOD.
like Lunges, loaded up some of the crowd to say his talking point for everybody.
Yeah, Meister got 19th, so he'd have been drowning.
Okay, I
By
can't
our
count,
rule.
So somebody's got to tally these up.
I can't even. I think that Wolfie won off of his 2-pointers. There's no way he didn't win off his 2-pointers.
Yeah.
All right, let me go off some of the drowning. Well, somebody's counting. Let Lunges count. KJs, we'll go over the drowning ones.
Okay.
I got Meister, Quandale, which I don't think any of us did Quandale, so I don't know. Meister drowned. And then Siske and Cosmos drowned. And then we had Ken Zachary also drowned. Man, KJs, you were on a roll with some of these. Why is Wolfie still on a roll? What is this?
Yeah,
What is
Wolfie's
going on?
Can we make
crazy.
these not the same color as the other ones since they're drowning? Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, these aren't 3-pointers.
You wanna make him blue or something?
Yeah, I
Make
got
him
you, I
make
got
him
you.
make him teal. That's a good one. Teal's a good color.
Heal. What do you want your eyes to explode?
Okay. Tag drowned.
Oh, I got that.
one. Called that one. I'm a mile away. That was a rough bracket for Chag.
Yeah, I got Myra drowning too,
Wait,
so it gave me
Lunges,
my.
you're supposed to be counting.
How
How are we
oh,
supposed to know
my
who
bad.
wins? Mars drowned, right?
Yeah, Mars drowned, Mutace drowned, Goblin drowned, but none of us had Goblin because that was an LCQ win. We didn't account for LCQ, so if you guys are looking at LCQ is not even in our
Not even
vernacular.
considered.
Yeah.
Hey, just you got one correct guess, and that was MK Leo.
That's all that matters, buddy.
It's true.
That's all that matters.
Nobody else thought that he'd win, and he won and only dropped one game. So I'm the most right, actually.
That's only because of Mr. Beast.
Yeah, the beast power up.
Myron drowned. Lima drowned, or Lima Bean drowned. If you're Lunges.
Thank you. Thank you.
I got you.
Big bean guy.
Riddles did not drown, so you got to mark that as red.
Yeah, the AI was smoking some dope on that one.
I love that you're just betting money on the AI. You might, and you didn't
I just
do
went
bad.
to Vegas. I just lost all my money on slots, dude. It's the same thing.
Rough. rough in these streets, gotta say.
Did Zomba drown?
No, Zomba got 9th.
Okay.
Myron drowned though.
Okay, Wolfie had the best drown picks as well.
Jesus Christ, Wolfie.
I
What
don't.
is this?
Oh,
He missed one. He missed Zomba. That was the only one he missed. So if it goes to breakers, he just wins. All right, so maybe he'll just win flat out. But I think he wins flat out. What are we
I
at?
think he definitely wins flat out. Now that I'm looking at this.
Just
There's
hold
no-
on,
God.
We gotta see. I can't
Wolfie
believe
comes
we
on, wins
didn't-
a crisp $100 bill.
I can't believe we didn't just kick Wolfie off of the stream. Why did we let him stay?
we
and
should
do
have.
this?
Yeah. Okay, just would have won otherwise. Is that true?
Yeah, I would have cleared you guys.
He did outseed 3GS.
Shut up. Just
go.
shut up.
That's so
Oh
funny.
my god.
What is the
Oh,
point
no.
total? What's the point? 20? 20 beat you by 2. Let's go, Wolfie. Wolfie, send me your Venmo. I'll send you the $50. That's so funny. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Post-
yeah.
Like DM one of us your Venmo, and then he'll have to share it with the rest of us.
Post Venmo in chat. Unless you want the pot to keep rolling. We'll get this to be a ridiculous thing. $1,000 later.
Oh, Booker wouldn't know this. So at one of the very first tourneys that I seeded, like everybody before the tournament was talking shit about my seeding, and then like I think I got the seeding ended up being like extremely correct instead, and like the people that said that I like had seeded somebody wrong were like just completely off base. I think like every seed that people were complaining about got what I seeded them. And so I found every single tweet of like people saying my seating was bad, and I linked my PayPal. I just
Let's
responded to
go.
it with my PayPal link. I was
Let's
like,
go.
Yeah, go ahead.
I really do blame Europe. Just make sure if you're a European watching this, you owe me money. I'll post my PayPal link for y'all. Got you. I can't
All
believe.
right.
Hey, did he DQ? No, he did. He got 21st.
Dude, the Great Lakes region just clears Europe like easy.
Easy.
That's my hot take.
We don't even need the whole Midwest. Half the Midwest beats Europe.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Okay, we're at the 2-hour mark here. Should we call it, boys?
We should probably call it.
we should
Yeah,
call
we should
it.
probably call it. Hey, thanks you guys for checking in, though.
Or wait,
Appreciate
what
it.
tournaments are next weekend?
Oh shoot! Yes.
Like,
Go back to the
directly.
tournament.
Yeah. No. We
Yeah.
did talk about them. The big ones are Koopalings, Koopalings of the Corn, Heartland Arcadian, Fighting Ghosts. Those are going to be like the 3 big ones to watch.
Okay.
I think Fighting Ghosts will probably be the big one, unless there's any like Great Lakes ones. I don't know if there's any like other Great Lakes one besides Koopaling. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, somebody post in chat. Let me check my Wolfie DM. Wolfie always comes in clutch. Wolfie said no. He's got like there's. Sorry,
Oh my
there's
god, Wolfie told us to check the takes channel, and it is going insane in there.
there is 3 Indiana tournaments on November 12th. Are you joking me? 3 of them. Wait, what's the takes channel? Let me look.
Indiana clears Wisconsin. That's the debate.
Everybody in the chat is saying Indiana clears Wisconsin.
What? Indiana clear? What is
There's
happening?
like 50 posts of it.
Indiana clears Wisconsin. I think Comet clears it, but you know maybe he doesn't need them all. We'll see. I said that to Wolfie though. We'll get a crew battle going. We'll see. We need a bait on here. A bait or Comet needs to fight back because we just have Indiana throwing shots and they can't even defend themselves. Like Gary could sweep all of Wisconsin. Who lives in Gary? Gary's not even a real place. That's just like
I feel like that's a place you go to get shot.
Desmona's not even there anymore. Desmona like yeeted themselves. Not my fault. Wisconsin sucks. Jesus. Okay. Somebody clip this and post it. I'll do it.
Like,
I like my clout.
We've brought 2 Ohio players on after the Ohio controversy, and both of them were like, yeah, I guess Michigan would probably win, whatever. we brought somebody on to defend themselves. So let's see. Maybe we'll get
Wait.
somebody from Wisconsin to fight
you
back
guys-
against the cornfield of Indiana.
Do you guys know the deep lore about that? There was Sam T. Silver has made a diss track of Wisconsin where he threatened to kill multiple people on the PR.
What?
I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
I'll post. That's some deep lore. Let me find it.
Oh
There's
yeah.
like- Is it fuck Jabes or something? I don't.
I think it's something like that. Yeah.
Let me see it. I'll
That's-
find it.
that's
That's some
crazy.
deep lore. It's funny. It's really good. Anyway, I mean that's the show.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. We greatly appreciate it. Hope you were having fun. We're gonna sign off now. Thanks for tuning in.